Your Majesty, Sir Philip Mark, the Sheriff of Nottingham, would like to present a list of amusements for your entertainment this day.
Many thanks, kind Majesty. Much preparation has gone into this festival day in anticipation of thine arrival. Firstly, in thine honor, today shall be a celebration of magic and mystery. For well all do know thy love of legerdemain and clouded rain. In addition, there shall be excuse me, goodness, tongue-tied this morning. In addition, there shall be fire breathers, jugglers, musicians, and yes, magicians. Feats of skill with blade and on horseback. If thy mood be more erudite this day, we shall also showcase Lysistrata by the Greek playwright Aristophanes. And if thou dost wish to visit the ancient world in a more recent turn, mine own bards shall present William Shakespeare's Antony and Cleopatra.
Sounds expensive. However didst thou pay for all of this?
Through the kind contributions of the people of this Shire, Majesty, who wish to show their love and devotion to these humble attempts at entertainments. In addition, so generous have been the citizenry that beyond all this pageantry, I am able to present thee with this chest, containing the quarter-day tax monies.
Well done, Mark. We have received some complaints of thy management of this Shire, but these would appear to be unfounded.
Ofttimes, jealousy promotes men to slander those whose skill is greater than their own.
Aye, and a firm hand is seldom appreciated by those who feel its weight. Northumberland, take charge of this chest until it can be conveyed to a place of safety. Mulberry, we shall address the populace.
Excellent, Your Majesty. Her most gracious Majesty will deign to speak to the populace of the Shire of Stirling. God save the Queen!
God save the Queen! Good citizens of Stirling and visitors to this Shire, we are pleased to accept this tribute and congratulate you upon this tangible proof of the peace and prosperity of this thriving and well-regulated village. We assure ye that what ye bestow on us, we will not hold it up, but receive it to bestow on ye again. And though God hath raised me high, yet this I count the glory of my crown, that I have reigned with your loves. It is a blessing and balm to our heart that when cares of state o'erwhelm us in London, we may refresh ourselves with sojourn in this smiling and beautiful countryside. To us, Stirling is another Eden, demi-paradise, a precious stone set in a silver sea. Eager are we to begin our day of revelry and sample the many delights enumerated by the good sheriff.
One more thing, Majesty, if I may. There is a final event planned for this day, which I trust will further seal thy good opinion of my devotion to duty. This very hour shall see the execution of a notorious outlaw, one William Scarlet by name. He who has terrorized the populace and who now, through my office and mine alone, is brought to justice. Bring forth the prisoner.
Sheriff, whilst we commend thy diligence, perhaps thy methods are a bit overzealous. Must the fellow die? 'Tis after all a festival day.
And 'tis on just such a day, Majesty, that revelry is like to get out of hand. I find it a useful tool to hold an execution on a festival day or on congregé basil.
Yet are we loath to mar our holiday with witnessing such. It had begun so well, too.
Thy presence, while not required, would lend a certain gravitas to the proceeding, Majesty.
Now it's certain of the man's guilt.
Beyond question.
Your Majesty, if I may remind you, the sheriff has been a loyal servant, as was his father before, to the crown. I'm sure once this unpleasantness is over, thou will be able to enjoy the rest of thy day.
Very well. Get on with it then.
Prepare the prisoner.
Your Majesty, I beg thee, have pity!
Silence! Whence how darest thou approach the Queen?
Surely such violence is not necessary. Art thou injured, my dear? Nay, lady, I fear I will endure much worse at the sheriff's hands.
Take the girl away.
No, please, sir, ma'am, if I were to she only knew the facts, she would be merciful.
Majesty, the slattern has lost her wits. Prithee, let my guards take her to the asylum.
I am no slattern, but a respectable woman in this village, a teacher in the school, and defiant school scholar.
Majesty, wilt thou not hear this good maid?
Lady Marian.
Very well. What is thy name, girl?
Jenny Ren, so please your majesty.
It neither pleases nor displeases us. 'Tis the rest of thy discourse shall sway our pleasure. What is thy state, and what wouldst thou have of us?
I am humble estate highness yet honest. I was taught to read and write by my aunt, who later went abroad as companion to an English lady and a governess to her daughter.
And thy connection to this outlaw?
We have been properly contracted with the bad threads church. Good, my queen, Will is not a bad man. Just a man driven to desperate acts under the tyranny of Sir Philip de Mark, as are many in this shire.
Outrageous are these slanders to go unanswered.
Be silent, thou shalt have leave to speak anon. Go on.
The sheriff makes it impossible for men of this shire to earn an honest living. Any sign of prosperity is taxed mercilessly. My Will has joined up with Robin Hood and his men to fight for injustice and the people against the sheriff and his men.
Robin Hood?
The sobriquet of the former Sir Robert of Locksley, a disenfranchised knight who uses this so-called war against injustice as a cloak for his nefarious activities. Majesty, though the wench be compelling and thy heart be tender, that man Scarlet robbed another citizen of his purse, and there can be no justification for such an act. He does not even deny it.
Is this true?
He took the purse, aye, but 'twas a fat and complacent burgher who had his contracts with the rents of poor widows who could ill afford the extortionate prices he charged.
Your Majesty, this is a local matter best handled locally.
May I speak? Majesty, I know nothing of local affairs, but this maid's plea hath touched my heart, and I would it would soften thine as well. Mercy is enthroned in the hearts of kings. It is an attribute to God himself, an earthly power that then showed like his fault when mercy ceases justice.
Thy words might do much. But wherefore, Marian, has this girl's doleful song so echoed that the strings of thine own heart to resonate in sympathy?
In faith, I know not, my queen. Perhaps it is that we are of an age, and though I have not yet met the man to whom I would pledge eternal devotion, I hope that once Cupid hath tapped me o'er the shoulder, I might, with such eloquence and courage, stand before a mighty seat to plead for the life of him I love.
Dear Marian, I fear I have been neglectful of thine education. Thou hast spent too much time dreaming over romances. Real life seldom affords opportunity for such ardent protestations of devotion.
I am not such a giddy-headed fool as to think so. Nor do I think that the perils of those in such romances would be half as pleasant to live through as they are to read about. But I do not think it foolish to wish for a love that would dare anything, and I cannot but admire it when it stands before me so bright and shining.
Her Majesty hath already granted approval for the execution. I am sure she is not accustomed to reversing her decisions.
Well,
Nor would she wish to be seen as overly soft on the criminal element.
Your Majesty, such clemency on your part would be seen as womanish by your critics and used against you.
we came to Stirling for recreation and merriment, not to be harangued on every